Well, this ended up being the #1 story all over ESPN in the NFL right now, is that tempers flared during the Raiders training camp practice on Friday between Maxx Crosby and Kirk Cousins. I wonder how frustrated Maxx Crosby is getting with some of these practices, as we saw Kirk Cousins struggle today, throwing multiple interceptions.
Everybody's watching a 15-year veteran get his jersey grabbed like it's a WWE pay-per-view. Nobody's asking the actual question, which is why he was mad enough to grab back in the first place. So here's yours for the next 8 minutes, and I want a real answer in the comments. Did Maxx Crosby just do the Raiders offense a favor? Yes or no? I'm reading every single one, and I'm settling it myself before this video's over.
We have a very clear expectation of how we want practice and how we wanted to go about our business, and we violated that yesterday, so we held those guys out, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
That's the head coach, picking every word like it's live ammunition. Both guys got benched, not fined, not pulled aside for a chat, actually sent home for a full practice. For your franchise quarterback and your best defensive player, that's not a slap on the wrist, that's a message. And the fact that he refused to say one more word about it tells you exactly how much he's not telling you.
Meanwhile, Mendoza, I believe, based on the reports that we're going to break down throughout this video, I believe he's continuing to trend up, and I still truly think it is entirely possible for Fernando Mendoza to win this quarterback competition and start week 1.
And there it is, buried under the highlight everybody's replaying. While the internet's staring at a shoving match, somebody's already floating that the rookie could be the week 1 starter. That's not a throwaway line. That's the real headline hiding underneath the one everybody's clicking on. So let's actually walk through what happened, in order, because the timeline tells a completely different story than the clip does. Friday practice, 2-minute drill. Maxx Crosby gets after Kirk Cousins twice. Cousins snaps, gets in his face, grabs the jersey, words fly, coaches pull them apart before it turns into an actual scrap. Both get sent home for Saturday. That's the part that's already been clipped, captioned, and turned into 600 different reaction videos.
For Kirk Cousins to get worked up enough to go at somebody as strong as Maxx Crosby tells you that he had to be pretty pissed off about the whole situation.
Adam Schefter is not exactly a hot take guy, so when he says it flat out on national television, that's basically a fire alarm going off. Kirk Cousins does not do this. That's not me talking. That's every single person who's ever covered this man for a living.
We talk about Passion of Christ, the leader of all men in church, and Kirk Cousins angry? You know how much you have to do? Kirk Cousins the type, you can slap him and he gonna turn the other cheek. That's the kind of quarterback he is.
Shannon Sharpe put it about as blunt as it gets. This is a guy with a reputation for being borderline unbothered, the type who'd apparently rather quote scripture than throw a punch. And Maxx Crosby found the one button nobody knew existed. Funny enough, Cousins still went and caught a Backstreet Boys concert that same night with his wife. So worst case scenario, dude got a free evening off and a boy band reunion out of it. But that detour into pop music doesn't answer the actual question. What was going on in that practice that had him running that hot before Crosby ever laid a hand on him?
Has Kirk Cousins ever been suspended in his life for a practice? I would venture to say no. I'll bet that's never happened before.
A guy who's been in this league since 2012, and this is a first. Not a rookie mistake, not some 22-year-old having a moment in his first camp. A 15-year vet sat down like a freshman who missed curfew. That's the actual turning point here, because it tells you the Raiders weren't just breaking up a scuffle. They were sending a message to the entire quarterback room about who's actually steering this thing. And here's what makes the fight itself almost beside the point. Same practice, same day. Kirk Cousins threw multiple interceptions against a 5th-round rookie safety. Not a Pro Bowl secondary, a 5th-rounder. Meanwhile, Fernando Mendoza, the rookie half the country still can't spell right, had one of his cleanest days of the summer and finished it off with a touchdown throw in the red zone. So which headline do you think actually matters more heading into the season? The jersey grab or the box score sitting right underneath it?
Mendoza looked sharp most of the day with that great touchdown. I think that stands out to me. Cousins can only go down with negative plays while Mendoza can continue to go up.
Read that back one more time. Cousins can only go down. Mendoza can only go up. That's not a hot take, that's just basic math. Every single rep from here forward is Kirk Cousins defending a job he's already held for years, and Fernando Mendoza auditioning for one he's never had. One of those guys has a whole lot more to lose than the other, and pressure has a funny way of finding the guy who's got something to protect. And think about what this actually does to the rest of that quarterback room, because it's bigger than one camp scuffle. Every veteran watching this is watching a 15-year vet get benched right next to a rookie, making it look effortless. If the leash gets that short that fast for a guy with Kirk Cousins' resume, imagine what that tells every other aging starter in this league, sitting behind an expensive contract with a cheap, hungry rookie breathing down his neck. And it's not like Maxx Crosby just discovered a taste for going after his own quarterback either, because according to the people actually around this team, Cousins isn't even the first guy he scrapped with. Jimmy Garoppolo got it, Gardner Minshew got it, now it's Kirk Cousins' turn. That's not a one-off temper flare, that's a pattern with a body count. And this stopped being a Raiders-only story about 10 minutes after it happened.
Cousins was surgical in the 2-minute drill afterwards and started throwing the ball a lot better.
And here's the twist nobody's talking about. After the shove, after the benching, after getting embarrassed in front of the entire building, Cousins came back out and actually balled. So maybe Crosby didn't expose a washed-up veteran after all. Maybe he just woke one up. So Thursday's the real test. Not one heated practice with cameras rolling. Live snaps, real defense, no more shorts and shells drama to hide behind. If Cousins comes out flat again, Fernando Mendoza isn't just a footnote after Thursday. He's the actual quarterback conversation in Las Vegas for real. If Cousins comes out sharp, this whole fight turns into exactly what his coach wants everybody to believe it was. Two competitors who care. Nothing more, nothing to see here. All right, back to the question I asked you 8 minutes ago. Did Maxx Crosby do the Raiders' offense a favor? Here's my answer. Yes, but not for the reason you think. He didn't fix Kirk Cousins' accuracy. He just made sure the whole building, and now the whole internet, is watching close enough to notice it was already broken. Drop your actual answer below. Tell me who you had, Cousins or Mendoza, before you clicked on this video, and tell me if you still feel the same way now that you know what actually happened in that practice.